Hi moms-to-be, it's Sarah Griffith. Today on this episode of Nesting School, I'm going to be showing you some techniques and moves that you can do to help get your body for labor. Now, if you notice, I say help get your body ready. I don't say that will put you into labor. There's really not a particular exercise that will do that, but some of these tips that I'm going to show you are going to help get your baby down nice and low, head down, dropped and ready to have a smooth labor for you. I can tell you that I used some of these techniques with my last pregnancy, and my son was from initiation to being in my arms less than 4 hours. I had a really easy first labor. He came at 39 weeks and 4 days, and I used the birthing ball about 3 weeks prior to my delivery. So I'm certainly not going to recommend this activity in the 20 stages of your pregnancy. So until you hit about 33, 34 weeks, I don't necessarily know that you want to be doing these moves because you don't want to push yourself into labor. But as you get towards the end, 36, 37, 38, 39, especially when you hit 40, you start to get to the point where your body says, I want that baby out of me. And some of you, we've heard the wives' tales. You can have sex, you can eat pineapple, you can drink certain teas, there's all these things you can do that will supposedly help, but the reality is the baby will come when it's ready to come, and what you can do is help prep your body for an easy labor. You can help get the baby drop down into your pelvic area. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a few different moves that you can try. I call this a labor ball, but honestly, most of you know this, I'm a health and fitness coach, so this ball was actually something that I used all the time when I would do ab work, so now it has a new purpose. Mine could use a little bit of air, to be honest with you. It's not quite firm enough right now, but you can just get an ab ball and that'll work just fine. So, excuse me, a lot of people have asked me what exercises have I done in pregnancy, and I will tell you that I did a lot of Beachbody workouts in the beginning. I did 21-day fix and I did country heat. Both were low impact for me. I didn't want to do anything strenuous. I know there are lots of people who are CrossFitters or runners or, they're going hardcore, but for me, I waited so long for this pregnancy that I didn't want to overdo it. So I just I took it easy. I modified. I did a ton of yoga. So anyways, you can do what you feel like your body's ready to do. But that's what I did. So right now, I'm 36 weeks this week. So I am still doing yoga, which feels great, a lot of stretching. And now I'm beginning to incorporate the labor ball exercises. So I just pulled this out recently because I didn't want to induce labor anytime sooner than I needed to. So these moves, as I said, are for the end. And of course, talk to your doctor before you do any of these. You want to make sure that you're being safe. So one thing that I'm going to show you that you can do will require you probably want to have a yoga mat, but you'll get down on your hands and knees and you will hold on to the ball and you're just going to rock it. So you're hugging the ball and you're just rocking back and forth, back and forth. It's pretty easy. I would probably do no more than 30 of these at a time, but this is one move that you can do. So that's a rocking ball hug. Another thing that you can do, I'm always winded, so I'm going to stay while I'm down here. I'm going to stay down here. Another thing that you can do, you can get on a yoga mat, and you can just simply get comfortable. So I know it takes you a second to get everything in place. Get comfortable. If you can put your feet together, if you feel like you still have the flexibility to do it, then go ahead and get in a butterfly position. You want to put your hands in front of you, and you can just rock back and forth, back and forth. And again, this is helping to put the baby deeper down into your pelvis. So I'm doing a butterfly rock. That's an option. Another thing that you can do is squats. So if you are super ready to be done, squat for days. Just do squats, 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 squats. And make sure that you went to the bathroom before you do this because you will feel a lot of pressure in your bladder area because that baby is like a bowling ball and it's pushing on it. So you have a couple of choices for squats that you can do. You can get your feet, and again, have a yoga mat just to keep yourself from sliding. You can spread your feet wide apart. You can do like at least I don't want to say completely out, but like at least your hips width stretched out. So you're going to stand like this. I find it helpful to keep your hands on your hips. Some people prefer to do them different ways. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can do some squats. One is more difficult than the other. So this way, I'm going to take my hands off of my hips. I'm just going to squat down and up. And make sure you're breathing while you do this, okay? Down and up. Down and up. And I would do, if you feel like you have the endurance for this, I would do sets of 40. So down and up. And you want to still squeeze your butt cheeks every time you come up. That squeeze, it'll help firm them. We're going to be working on your body afterwards. So anytime it's a squat, squatting is good. So the other type of squatting that you can do is a deep squat. This is a little bit harder, I think, especially the farther along you get. But you're going to want to spread your legs out really wide. Put your hands on your hips, and you're going to squat down, up, down, up. Sometimes it's easier if you turn your feet out, and you can go down, up. So for some of you, you may be able to do it where you turn your feet forward, and you stretch down this way, and up, this way, and up. Totally your choice. Again, they're all relative levels of difficulty, but the squatting is awesome, so I would think about doing that. Next thing I'm going to talk about are hip circles. You can do these on the ball or standing. So say you're making your family dinner, and you're like, I'm so over being pregnant. This is something that you can do while you're cooking, or while you're standing around, while you're brushing your teeth, is you're just doing hip circles, back and forth, back and forth. And again, do as many as you feel like you can withstand, and you just do it at your own pace. You know, you can go fast, or you can just go slow. Totally your call. But that motion is helping to widen your hips and just get everything open and ready to go. You can do that same move on the ball. So on the ball, if you feel like you like the stability better, you're just going to spin side to side, side to side. If you have other kids, I promise you they're going to want to do what you're doing. They're going to say, Mom, I want to use that ball. So anyways, that's one thing that you can do. Another is bouncing. So when I work from home, and so in my office, I have an office chair. I have now switched out my office chair for the ball. And so while I'm typing, I'm just sitting here, bounce, bounce, bounce. It's almost like a hippity hop. But gravity is helping to push the baby down when you do this. Again, I don't think you should be doing anything like crazy like this. I mean, totally your call, but I would do just, I like to do light bouncing while I'm working, or while you're watching a TV show, or whatever, but this is an option. So a couple more things that I want to show you. Actually, I think it's the last thing that I want to show you, is something called a pelvic tilt. So you are going to put your hands on your waist again, and you're going to go forward and backwards, and be careful with this because this requires a little bit of a balance. If this doesn't feel safe to you, you can put your hands on your knees, and you're going to tilt forward and backwards, and you want to use your pelvis to do the tilting. Just be super careful that you don't fall backwards. You don't want to fall. Safety is the most important part of all of this. And again, if you do any of these moves and you feel like you don't feel safe or you feel pain, please don't do them. And again, talk to your doctor before you start doing any of these moves. I don't want to say you do something that's not safe for you or for the baby, but I did want to show them to you as an option and let you know that this is what I'm doing, so that maybe you could give them a try. All right, I hope this is helpful. Have a good day, everyone. See ya.